Hello, my usernames are Revel or Revolutionary and Mach or Machiavellian, and I am a college student that now is actually sort of public publishing my YouTube channel. I just wanted to take a quick minute or a few minutes to talk about kind of the purpose of this channel and a few other details. So, the first and foremost thing is that the majority of this channel will now be book reviews. And I'll immediately start off by talking about what I mean by reviews. There's really two main purposes for doing these, and they're kind of selfish and not really for all of y'all-ish. So, the first one is that by recording these, I'm kind of locking my opinion in time for me to be able to come back to later. So, there's two things I do inside these reviews. I will talk about like my general opinions right off the bat. Usually I finish the book within the same hour or day of me recording them. Sometimes I'll wait like a few days, but it's never more than a week whenever I do these reviews of a book. So that way I know what my right off the bat opinion was when I finished it. My opinions change a lot. And so it's kind of nice for me to know what I first thought versus what I now think. It's possible that I'll start doing a section of like, this is what I now think about this series now that I completed it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm throwing it up in the air with like Mistborn. I might do that. The second thing I do inside reviews is summarize. This really depends on the book, but some of the books, especially if they're in the middle of a series, I will summarize what happened in the book. So that way when I come back to its sequel, I can watch my review and remember what all happened. So that way when I read the sequel, I will remember those things and I'll remember what my opinions and what excited me about those things. So that's the first overall reason I do these, and it's a kind of selfish reason. The less selfish reason is that I recommend books to a lot of my friends. Sometimes I'll demand my friends to read books. It's a joke. Don't take that too seriously. But I do that a lot. And so if I recommend or demand a friend reads a series, they can come on and see what I thought about it, what my general opinions were, up until the spoilers part. So that way they can see my enthusiasm or get my overall idea. So that way they can know if they're interested or not. But I think that's more so gonna work for my friends, but not for general people. Because if you don't know my kind of personality and what I enjoy and that stuff, then maybe it's harder to know if you'll like the book or not. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but based on what I've been doing recently, based on the rewatching of my reviews, some of them it doesn't really convey what the book's about. So that leads into what I'm really going to say here is that take all of my reviews with a grain of salt. They're not really meant to sell the book to you or to people in general. They're not really meant to convey the book, and they are definitely not literary analysis of the books. I am pretty new to reading fantasy specifically and to just reading bigger books that aren't in like the teenage library kind of thing. So I don't know a lot, and sometimes I may use terms or go in depth about something, but honestly I sometimes am just pretending to know something that I really don't. So just know that when you watch these, they aren't meant to be taken all that seriously. They're not meant to, like, if you're like the author, I would not watch these because they aren't really giving accurate advice or perspective. They're just my opinions and kind of sharing my excitement, or sometimes, it really depends, but my disappointment on some things. So, grain of salt. The next thing I was going to warn everybody about is there's two things to know about me. I ramble, and I record way too late in the morning. So, to explain each of those individually, when you watch any of my videos, you may notice that I can get off track I can repeat myself a lot. I can be juggling too many things at once and lose track of what I'm saying completely to the point that it goes silent. It's bad. So when you watch these, especially if you see the ones that are like over an hour long, the reason why is because I'm rambling to myself. And also, if you ever see me getting on the keyboard in a video, that is a bad sign. If I get on the keyboard, I'm probably going to get distracted by whatever it was I was Googling and then start Googling more things. So, just the warning that I ramble. I'm not really going to like cut any of that out of the videos, but if you do come across that, that's kind of an explanation of what that is. The other thing is that I record way too late in the morning. Most of these recordings are done between 1 and 3 a.m. There's an amazing quote from Brandon Sanderson about how when you stay up reading late at night, you're falling into the author's trap, and they take great enjoyment in that. I fall in that trap all the time. So for the majority of the time, I finish a book at 11, 12, 1, 2 a.m. So that's when most of these are recorded, and therefore I'm tired, and maybe I'm not like all there in the head when I record these. So that's the other warning. I may be super enthusiastic about something, but if I'm recording at 3 a.m., it may not sound like I'm super enthusiastic about it. So those are the two things to know about me. Just a quick warning to people who were on this channel like over a year ago now. Actually 2 years ago now, my goodness. I used to do reaction videos to a specific series. The two things for you guys to know is that I don't plan to react to anything again. The only reactions I'll do are probably book-related things, because that's mostly what I focus on now. I do not watch TV anymore. I do not watch anime anymore. I haven't seen a movie in at least 2 months. I don't really have a particular explanation why, but I just haven't been able to do the TV movie thing in a long time. Actually, it's been a month and a half, but technicalities. So I wanted you guys to know that I don't really watch things anymore, and I definitely don't plan to do reactions to things unless they're book related. So I'm sorry if that's kind of what you're here for, or why you're still subscribed to me for no reason. In my opinion, you're subscribed to me for no reason. So that's kind of what I wanted to say to y'all. And then the last thing, kind of along the same lines, I have a few archived videos of like me gaming, specifically glitching games. I do a lot. It's possible that I'll actually make some of my recordings of games public, but I think I'll probably keep all of them to myself. But if you ever see a gaming clip or a stream clip, there's a bunch of funny stream clips of me screaming or something. If you see those, then that's where they're originating from and why I'm publishing them. But other than that, if that ever even happens, this will remain a book review channel. So that was all I wanted to say. I hope y'all have a good day, and I guess I hope y'all enjoy for whatever you're here for.